Yep.
Exactly.
If it's not pointing where you want it to.
Oh my!
Did you make your sign? Pass them on.
Hoop cheese.
Hello, my name is Jackson Cookler.
And I'm Jacob Kane.
And I'm Olivia Sargent.
This is the Next Up Leaders podcast.
Today we're at an undisclosed location.
And we are interviewing the man, the myth, the legend, Shanon Hyche. So, Mr. Hyche, can you tell us about your family and what you do and just a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I work for Alabama Power at a place called the ACC. We handle all the hydro. I'm over all the hydro on the system for Alabama Power. So I run Smith Lake Dam, Bankhead Dam, all the lakes up North Alabama too. I've been there 26 years. So hopefully 6 years I'll be retired. That's the goal. Good Lord let me live that long. I got married to Krista Hyche. Got 3 kids, 2 boys and a daughter, and then I've got 4 grandkids. Got 3 boys and a granddaughter. So we kind of keep that trend of one girl. That's about all we can handle. But we've been very blessed with that, and they all play ball, football, and baseball, and softball, basketball. They play it all. So their moms and dads are never still. And then that's 2 of the kids. Cruz has got 3 kids, and Emma's got 1. And Cole, he's currently single and unmarried. So he doesn't have grandkids, but he's probably one of the better ones with the kids. So he's really good with kids. But he works at Desperation Church. He's a music minister there. So Cruz is a welder, and Emma's a nurse. So we very fortunate, very blessed to have good kids. None of them's ever went to jail. So I feel I did something right somewhere along the way. Yeah, it's still young. They're still fairly young, so you never know. But we feel very, very blessed with our kids and great kids.
So I know that Mission 34 came from Emma because she played ball at Cordova, and her number was 34. So we got the 34 part. Tell us about the mission part.
I actually, before I started, I thought I was being called to preach, and I wasn't really sure what I was being called to do. So I met with my pastor, and we talked. And before I got out of the meeting really good, I got in the foyer of the church, and it hit me, kids, something with kids, and then it hit me, softball, because I spent so much time with Emma, teaching her how to hit and learning myself how to teach it. So met with another friend of mine to get a name. So we got to have a name. Couldn't come up with one. I got in the parking lot of the restaurant after we ate, and I sat down in my truck and looked at Kristen. I said, "It's Mission 34. And she said, "Why that?" And I said, "Well, Emma's softball number. She's the reason why I started, and then the mission part is what it is. It's the mission field. Nobody does what we do, as far as I know, in the country. I could be wrong about that, but I know in the state of Alabama, we're the only one that does what we do with the free lessons and free camps and letting people use this place for free. So it's that's kind of how it came. This is my ministry. Not from a pulpit." So I get a chance. I realized real quick that you can minister in a lot of ways and not have to be in a pulpit.
Do you have any advice to people who are like maybe in the same shoes you were, where you didn't know what you were going to be called to be?
A lot of prayer. Study the Word. A lot of prayer. Talk to folks that you trust. But mainly a lot of prayer. I prayed. I cried in my yard because I had no clue. And then when it came to me, it was like a big relief. But then I learned another lesson, that you have to give it to Him. You can't hold on to it. You can't carry it with you like it's yours. It's not. This is His. This is God's blessing to this area and this community and the kids around it and me. Yeah. It's blessed me. So don't try to tote yourself. Whatever you think you're being called to, give it to Him and pray about it, because He'll reveal it to you. It took a little while for it to really sink in with me what I should be doing, and I think we got a good hold on it now. So we're at 507 kids right now. So That's counting the coaches. We've got a few coaches, not many, but that's counting the coaches. It's not counting the parents that get ministered to out here. Because you hear the music we're playing in the background. We're all about Jesus. We're not playing anything, with cuss words. Or I'm just not having nothing in here like that. So they come in here. It's pretty much like coming to church.
Yeah.
So
like, if your lessons are free and stuff, how do you get like money to like keep this place running?
Well, there again, that's when God steps in. You see the black box on the wall back here and the little poster with the QR codes and that kind of stuff. We take donations, and that's what we tell people. We don't charge, but we take donations if you where you can give it. We don't check if somebody's giving a donation or not. We just take what we get and we pay the bills. And to be honest, Jack, there has not been a time in this whole process that I've worried about money. It's the first thing in my life that I have never had to worry about money. It's always been there. Every time I turn around, there's $1,000 check here. There's $100 here. There's, and it's just always worked out. And I truly believe it's because I give it to him from the beginning. And this is also the first thing that I have given to him and not picked back up. So it proves to me that what he says in his word is true. He will take care of you if you just let him, And that's the thing. We struggle with that because we're all human. We all want to try to do it ourselves. And I'm the world's worst at that. I really stink at that, forgiving myself and then giving something to him and letting him have it. But this is proof to me. And I try to tell people that because we're all struggling and trying to find our way. And we have an opportunity to give your load to somebody else that will tote it for you. Why not do it? So we don't worry about money. We do apply for grants. That's how the building got built. Now, a little bit about it, if we got just a second, the building is totally paid for. We don't owe anything on the building. And I've been very wide open about this. It takes about $10,000 a year to run it. That's with air conditioned heat running. That's the power bill, water bill, electrical bill, and then some office supplies here and there. So not very much. It's a 4,800 square foot facility that we can heat and cool really easily. So we got grants to build the building, and I've gotten 2 grants since the building that's kind of helped us too along the way. We want to do an addition outside, so we're working on that now.
So how do you necessarily spread the word through teaching ball? Living it, being an example. We can all talk it all we want, but if a kid has to ask you what you believe and you're not doing it right, they should see it in you without even asking, without even knowing. So that's what I try to do, is be the example. Not that I'm always perfect by no means, because I'm not. And the guys that are in here that help, that's the requirement of them as well. They know what this is about. That's why they're here. But you pray about each child. We pray at the end of every lesson, and you live it as that example, and God will give you an opportunity to talk about him. And of course, music we listen to, the things I wear, the logo, it all kind of brings on questions. People ask, what's Mission 34? Well, then I get to tell them, what it's about. Mm-hmm. So, and young kids, a prayer really touches them at the end, because a lot of them don't get that.
Yeah, because I know, like, me personally, I've come in here, I've received lessons, and at the end of every session we pray. Mm-hmm. And I can't tell you how many times I come in here last year, and we prayed at the end. Yep. And it wasn't you speaking, I felt like. Yep. Like, you just said exactly what I needed to hear. And, like, me and the girls have talked about it. Yep. Like, how you have no clue what's going on with us, and yet your prayers still touched us and it related to us. Well,
that's because it's God. It's not me. It's like this place. I can't take credit for this. Everybody says, the things you're doing down there are great. It's not me. I honestly, it's not. God, I just let God do through us. And that's the folks down here, Krista, my wife, Joe and Tyler, Heron, and Heath. They all are just letting God work through them. And all in a different way, which is great, So there's opportunities for everybody down here. I mean, that's what I tell them. If you want to volunteer to come down here and help us clean up and plant flowers and whatever, there's opportunities for that, to be a witness. Kids running around out through them flowers and how you treat them when they go through your flower bed. Get out of my flower bed versus, hey, come here, let me tell you why you don't want to get in those flower beds.
Yeah.
There's a better way to handle it. You ain't got to be mad at people. The Bible don't tell us to be mad. It tells us to love people. So that's what we try to do. We try to love on people.
Well, I think,
and it's good that they know it.
I think that if there was anybody in this community to do this, you would be the man for the job, because not everybody has that view on things and that opinion on things.
That means a lot to me. It really does. I appreciate it.
So, like, how do you, like, balance it out, like, working here, work for Alabama Power?
It's not easy, but it works. I try not to take more than 15 kids, because that's 15 hours a week extra on top of my job. My mom is 83 years old. We recently lost both my brothers last year. And my dad's passed, so she's by herself. She lives across a dog trot in our house, the way we built it back. She lives there. So I try to spend time with her and my wife. So it's a balance between all of it. But, sometimes somehow it works. Krista comes down here with me. She's my wife. She's down here regular. So it's everybody understands that this is important, And we went from nothing. Y'all guys need to understand. I was in a garage, somebody else's garage 8 years ago doing this. I didn't have any money to spend on this because I do have a family. So for this to be here and represent what we've dreamed of 8 years ago, this is a testament to God, because you can't just go out and get $200,000 to build something like this on a whim, So. And to have somebody hand you the check and say, go do great things, and that's it. They believe in you that much. It's got to be God. So my family's, anytime I'm doing something like that, they support me. They always support me in everything. But really, this has been, they're all a part. At any point in time, my kids are here, my grandkids are here. My grandkids use it on teams. So. I don't do lessons with my grandkids. I don't take time up from another kid with my grandkids. Somebody else works with them. So, and it works probably better that way anyway. But it's a juggling act at times. I'm down here at 7 o'clock this morning vacuuming because it's about the only time I got. So,
I think, like you said, it's just God. Because this lot that it sits on, that's just a whole other story.
Mm-hmm.
My grandparents own this lot.
Yep.
And they've had it forever. And since the tornadoes, there's been nothing on it. And it's just been sitting there, and they've had it. They've had offer after offer after offer, and people wanting to buy it. And they never would do it. And my grandfather said, I don't want to sell it to anybody. I want to sell it to somebody who's going to do something and make something out of it. And he waited all of those years, and it ended up with you. That's just proof to me. But.
Yeah. Well, and the way that came about's pretty cool too. He wouldn't sell it, so the mayor had me call him, and to ask him if they would sell it to the city because the city would donate it to us, and. That was the only condition that they had, was that they would sell it to the city if they were going to donate it to us. So that's really big, really huge for us, for somebody before they even see the building believe in us what we're doing that much. It means a lot. Of course, they're good. They're some of my favorite people anyway, so it doesn't surprise me. You know.
I can keep going.
Keep on going.
Good. I'm trying to think.
Well, yeah, like you said, they wouldn't give it to anybody, and I think that another reason that they picked you of all people is because they knew that not only would their grandkids, me, get something out of it, but so many kids around. And how many did you say there are now?
We're up to 507 folks.
That's
So,
507 people that have been impacted in some type of way by this building.
but you got to think about this too, and I may get a little on the preacher side here. A few months back, something hit me about Andrew in the Bible, and Andrew is very rarely talked about in Scripture. But Andrew is probably one of the most important people in the Bible because he introduced Peter to Jesus. That one step, Peter is still affecting so many people by one man introducing him to Jesus. So everybody in this room can be an Andrew. All of those 507 kids and people can be an Andrew.
Yep.
So just imagine how that grows from 507 if they're going out and spreading the word and introducing somebody to Jesus. That's what this is about. I'm more of an Andrew than I am out front, and I'm great with that because I can see now that God has shown me that. I can see now how this can be enormous without me even saying a word. Just how we treat these kids and how they come out of here with love for Christ and move on when they leave here, that's huge. Because who knows how many people they're going to touch? Who knows how many of them is going to be up on the stage preaching? You know, I'm not a preacher. I thought I was being called that, but I'm a minister in a different way. But that's part of it. You know, I had somebody touch me in my life, through my life, and introduce me to Jesus. And now look what that introduction is doing. So, you know, somebody had to introduce Billy Graham.
Yeah. That's
So don't ever cut yourself short because you're sitting in the pew on Sunday morning and you're not up on the stage singing or you're not up on the stage preaching. When you go out of that church and you're at the gas station and you talk to old Johnny that's pumping gas and you introduce him to Jesus and he accepts him right there, that's what it's all about.
It's like,
Did you ever envision it being like this, like growing
No.
the way that it has?
No, I started out with probably 12 kids, and I thought, you know, if I get one or two of them, I thought that was successful. You know, I thought if I, you know, they would accept Christ or learn something, go on and be successful in ball or life lessons. That's another thing we teach is a lot of life lessons. We want to be productive citizens when they leave here and get away from us, you know. But no, I had no clue. You know, and I think I was kind of limiting it to start. And now that I see how it's growing, I don't know. Sky's the limit. I mean, we're going to have to add on. We're already planning an addition. So, you know, and I'm open for whatever. So I think that's the big difference. Before I was holding back a little bit because I was scared. You know.
it's like, where do you see Mission 34 being in 10 years?
I think we'll be more. I know we'll be bigger. Hopefully, in 10 years, I'll be retired in 6. So that's when I think we can really, because I'll be here and full time, be really involved. I think, who knows, we may have another building, bigger building. We may be in basketball. We may be, because it's not just about that. There's kids that don't like football, kids that don't like baseball and softball. There's kids that like basketball. They like volleyball. Mm-hmm. So, who knows? We would eventually love to build some field somewhere if we had the opportunity. That's just stuff we're praying about, and in the future you just don't ever know. But it won't be right here, Jack. I can tell you that. We'll still be here in this building, but we won't be sitting here just like we are today with 507 kids. I can tell you that, because that's not what God's about. So we're going to continue to do his work, and wherever he takes us, that's where we'll go. So.
Can you tell us about the revivals that you put on?
Yeah, we did one last October, and it was freezing.
Oh, yeah.
It was freezing. But we had 34. It's crazy. People say, 34. Well, it was true. We counted the sheets twice. It was 34 kids accept Christ and get baptized. And we had 3 adults. And it was 30-something degrees, and the water was freezing, and nobody left. They all stood around watching everybody else get baptized. So, and it was just so powerful. I'd never been involved in something like that I was so involved with and putting on. It was so powerful for me. So now, April 27th this year at 4 o'clock at the high school football field, Mr. Harrison's been very kind enough to let us use the football field and everything. So we're going to have another one. We're going to have three really good speakers. Maddox is going to be one of them. Mark Lockhart, and then the preacher from Glory Fellowship, Adam Brewer, is going to be the main speaker. And then we may end up having a short special speaker too. So maybe a surprise for everybody coming. And then my son Cole is going to lead the mission worship team. That's what he's calling it. Yeah, that's what he's calling it. So, and he has really gathered up some folks from around the community that are very talented. So it's going to be really powerful. We're praying for a good turnout. You don't know how it's going to go, but we're putting it in his hands and trusting in God for it to be good. So we're not. That's not going to be the last one. I would like to try to have 1 or 2 a year. So, who knows? We'll see how it goes. We're also having, just throw this out there, we're having free baseball camps in July and free softball camp. And I think we're going to do them on the same day. And I'm going to ask them, talk to them. I hadn't talked to them yet, but about using the softball field and the baseball field, because I got plenty of help. And, we're hoping to have 100, 150 kids there.
So what would you say is your biggest goal for this place?
Be the hands and feet of Jesus. That's probably the biggest goal. Be an Andrew and be a part of making the change, the turn that this world needs, this community needs. We get labeled as Walker County the bad folks, but I can tell you right now, when people come from the outside to here, that's not what they see. So, we want to make a difference in the kids. We want to make the kids, when they leave here, be better people, better, more able to deal with, the problems of life. We've talked, I don't know how many kids about depression, anxiety, and anger issues. I have kids with anger issues, and I have to really talk with them about that. We had some that, just wouldn't behave. And these are 16, 17-year-old kids. A lot of times it's difficult for somebody to get to. But somehow, they come here, it's a little different. They end up opening up. And, so I think, but mainly be the hands and feet of Jesus and do what he wants us to do and stay out of the way.
Well, I'm thankful that I get to be a witness of this and I get to be a result of this, because there's been many times I've come in here, I've got lessons and stayed an hour after lessons just talking and getting advice and getting prayer. And so I think that what you're doing here is great, and that if you need anything, that if I can't do it, I'll find somebody who can, because what it is God, and it's great.
Well, I appreciate it, and the kids that come in here, this is their place just as much as it is mine. So this is not Shannon's building. This is everybody's building. And I'm glad that kids like you get to come in here, because that's what it's all about, is when you can hang around after and have prayer and talk through problems and get advice, and that means I'm doing what I'm supposed to. So that's a big benefit. And we have several kids. We have a lot of kids do that. Joe, the guy that does lessons in here too, he has a lot of kids that, he talks to the parents and trying to help because they're having trouble at home, trouble at school. So we talk with the parents about that stuff. So.
Well, I think that's all I got.
If you could go back and I'm trying. If you could go back and tell your 16-year-old self something, what would you tell him?
No lottery numbers, none of that.
No lottery numbers.
Nah, I'm not a gambler. I figure if I gambled, I'd be addicted. So I never gambled. I've never drank a drop of alcohol or none of that, because I knew I'd be in trouble. Well, if I went back to my 16-year-old self, I'd probably tell my 16-year-old self to marry Krista Aaron and listen to her more, and give yourself to Jesus way sooner than you did. Mm-hmm. Give in. It's probably what I would tell myself is that.
Now, would he listen?
Probably.
Really?
Yeah, probably.
A bunch of people say no.
Probably. Yeah, because, I was a little different animal when I was 16. Mm-hmm. See, I was the one that, I was always the designated driver. I was always the one that, see, this what I'm doing now has just carried on from my life when I was younger. Because folks still, I've got friends that came to me and would talk to me because they knew I didn't do drugs. I didn't drink. I didn't go out and party. I was fairly level-headed. I didn't even really need any help being stupid with none of that stuff. So, but I always listened. Mm-hmm. And I think that kind of carries over to this. So yeah, I think I would listen, especially if it was 54-year-old me telling myself, hey, because I always respected my elders. Yeah. I always listened. Might not always liked it, but I always listened.
You got anything else?
I think that's it. But he's not ready for what's coming.
You're not ready.
The power.
We do this thing. Where's my phone? We do this thing.
Oh, man. Y'all going
to...
I see a clock.
Every episode. It's not... Okay. So it's not...
It's not going to make me throw nothing, is it? Or,
no, you don't have to throw anything.
No, I'm talking about make me. Make me angry.
No, you're not.
You're close.
You're in the line of fire, dude.
Back up.
You good.
Okay, so we do this thing towards the end of every episode. It's called the cheese quiz. You gotta name as many cheeses as you can in 30 seconds.
Man.
But after the cheese quiz, this will be the first time it's not the end of the episode.
Stay tuned.
In how many seconds?
Stay tuned.
30.
Oh God, I don't know that many cheeses. Look, I'm uncultured. I'm Walker County.
Now see, I'm gonna tell you.
Can I list like Kraft? That's a cheese, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But wait.
Okay,
I'm gonna tell you the high score, and you're gonna be like, oh, I can beat that.
No.
But when you get on the spot, it's hard. Our high score is 8.
I don't know if I know 8.
Okay.
Just
we'll
give
see.
your best.
All right.
Give us your best. Somebody, they always forget my favorite cheese.
Hey, what's
and
the
I
cheese in the box?
Block cheese.
No. No. What's the cheese in the box that you do? Don't start the timer yet.
This sounds like cheating.
Yeah, it
Does
is
sound
cheating.
like cheating to me.
It is. Well, I was just trying to get something out of it. Thank you. I got two already.
He's gonna
Velveeta
name
cheese is
brands.
good.
That's a brand.
Melted cheese.
Well, it's like
It is. I mean, it's.
He's thinking outside of the box here.
Yeah.
You didn't
Hey.
specify.
You
so
didn't
just
get.
let
Wait
him
a
go.
minute.
I mean-
There's one thing you got to know about me.
I'm not saying
I'm
you
not a
can't.
black and white guy.
I'm not saying you
all about
can't.
the gray. If I can get out on the edge and survive, I'm going to.
I'm
He's
not.
thinking outside the box.
It is. It's very creative. We haven't had
And he
anything
might
to
be
do
the
that.
first, so let's go.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Kraft, Velveeta, blue cheese, goat cheese, provolone, Swiss, American white and yellow, goat cheese. I said that right.
Yep.
I can't think of another one. Gouda.
You already won.
Okay, I'm done.
That's 10.
No, you got 10 seconds
I'm
left. You already won.
I'm done. I'm gonna leave 10.
You won in 10 seconds.
I'm gonna leave 10 like fair timing for so.
You won in
leave
10
some time.
seconds. Well, that is
That's
not.
a first.
Is that the best y'all got?
Yes, about 4.
No, I'm talking about. Is that the best question you got?
Well, I mean, we gotta do something.
No, that's good because I'm telling you, I was in my mind, I was panicking.
Yeah.
You know the reason I know any of those cheeses because I work at the Alabama Power and they got them all on a bar over there.
Oh, really?
So they ask you want this, you want this. That's the only reason I remember.
Yeah. Nobody ever says pepper jack.
Dude, I love
That's
Yeah,
my favorite
and I was
cheese.
trying to think of those like Swiss and pepper jack, provolone, and all that.
Parmesan.
Like,
Yes.
there's been like nobody. That's the one.
Yeah.
Monster cheese.
Nobody hoop cheese.
Hoop cheese.
Nobody.
Commodity cheese.
Listen.
You remember commodity
I
cheese?
remember
Nobody.
Yeah, y'all won't know what that is.
Nobody ever says Parmesan or pepper jack. That's my two favorite. That's
Yeah,
just
see,
cheese.
I thought about
That's
that
just
too,
cheese.
but I could not think of what it was called.
It's
If you know
just-
if you know Parmesan, you get 2 because it's
Yeah.
Parmigiano Reggiano and just regular Parmesan.
I mean,
What?
I saw who was the one
I
that
thought it was
said.
just Parmesan.
Listen, who was
Reggiano is the one.
It was Jerry Day.
who was the one that said sharp cheddar, mild cheddar?
Well, hey, that's true. Because I could have thought of that, man. I could have went about 20.
No, that was Coach Maynard.
Yeah.
That figures.
Slightly mild.
And everybody was like, "Do y'all think we should give him?" And Jack was like, "Yep, we sure should." We should.
He's like, yeah. I'm going to be punished if I don't. He's going to kill me.
Well, we're gonna have a short intermission.
Let's go get some bangers.
You can't tell them.
Well, they already know, so let's go.
All right.
Oh, my bad. Oh, he's trying to bunt on me. Hey, I get him on the low ones. There you go. Oh, little beat. Oh, man, look at him. It's coming back to him.
Somehow through the magic of video, we're gonna make it look like he hit all.
Hey, he ain't missed too many.
Wii Sports is a lot of fun.
Wii Sports, I'm so sporty.
Are we doing the whole basket?
No, whenever you get ready, you swap. I'm gonna throw till you won't quit swinging or you fall out one.
Are you gonna get in there and get it?
Hey, Olivia knows.
I don't know that.
Hey, I'll throw to you till you can't swing no more. All right, let's go.
Oh, this ain't fit my head.
It don't matter.
Actually, this is probably good.
Hey, if you just watch it to the back, that's all you gotta do. That's not a bad cut. Oh! There you go. He's putting the bat on the ball.
Don't swing under.
I'm a golfer.
Hey, don't try to hit me them home run, guys. There you go. Oh, my bad. That kind of hung on my hand.
The King Griffey Jr. That swing right there.
Woo!
That's going for Dave.
That's gone. Man, he's killing the ball.
You actually played in the 9th grade, didn't you? Last year, right? Nope. Last time I played, I was on baseball since 6th grade. That's since 6th grade.
Hey,
7 years.
boy, you killing the ball. He gonna be so sore.
Oh, I already am.
Get that! Golly, what? Hey, that's just like riding a bicycle. Ain't it?
Yeah,
We got a natural athlete here. Don't play baseball. Why do you not play baseball?
Hey, man!
They like play baseball a lot.
Hey, he's hitting the rope now.
Now he plays golf.
You can tell sometimes.
That's what it's called. Play golf.
2 more.
Play golf.
My bad. That's inside.
Coach, you ought to see what he can do with the driver.
Let's go.
Last one.
He's smoking them.
They won't be coming real fast, so it don't matter.
Alright.
Don't know yet. It's Wii Sports.
He's made contact.
Oh, that's 2.
Woo! Good hit. Look at him. He's a natural.
Yeah, him and bring the field.
Yeah, he's about to put that funky hoop cheese on you here in just a second. Mayor Pate talked about hoop cheese.
Hey, Joe.
I think that was the first cheese he named. Hoop.
Hey, lady. Get us some softballs.
Okay.
Woo! Good hit, boy. 2 more.
As much as I hated it whenever I was a kid, man, I kind of miss it.
You missed it now, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we ain't even on that one. 1 more.
You always have to have to go.
There you go.
Hey, that's a shot.
Forgot how much I
Get
missed
out. I ain't hitting.
Is it lopsided?
No.
I like
That's
this.
just your head.
I think that's your noggin.
Hand me the other one, Lindsay.
How you turn face track off, Mr. Aaron?
I play softball for my church.
Yeah, if I put on the helmet, yeah, I
Yeah.
can check.
Yeah.
My hair is gonna be like
Hey, and if it's not pointing where you want it to, double click
Nice
that
and smooth. Long.
Oh, you're getting in after us?
that part right there.
Oh, she's folded. She got folded.
It's not recording.
How do you record?
Hit the record button.
So I will if you can.
Yep.
Exactly.
If it's not pointing where you want it to.
Oh my.
Yeah. I'm really like my senior year is just.
This one's gonna take 8 years to edit.
Coming out next year.
When I get done editing this one, my beard will be down to my belly button.
Dumbledore.
Dumb something.
That's softball.
Hey, y'all, I gotta say, y'all did good on the interview. Y'all did.
I really enjoyed that episode.
Hey, they've really come a long way.
I did good. They did really good for not having a rehearsal or nothing. I mean, not knowing what the there you go.
We just hope they ask you all the questions you wanted to be asked.
No, hey, listen. We talk about Jesus. We're good.
It's nice.
Oh, you ain't watching it. You ain't watching it. There you go.
That made me realize how. That made me remember how fun
Two more.
baseball is.
I know, dude.
That's cool.
Oh, he ain't on that. Long one ball.
It's not mine.
There you go. Oh, let's pick him up.
Oh, well.
I'm sorry. I didn't look at your hand.
Put a little teaser at the beginning.
Look at her.
Just put
Put the
one
bat
down.
on the ball.
Put.
We'll get one of somebody whipping.
It's either the one
Oh, dang it.
Like that. That was good.
Just let it get to you.
We have compliments.
I thought she had it.
We just have to sink it.
No, we. I kind of want to go.
There's
Put the
one
bat on the
hole
ball
in
there
there.
every time.
Where?
She's gonna hit it right in my face.
That's what I'm aiming for.
Thank you.
Where's your hole in there?
Anytime.
Dang it.
You were marked and excused absence.
Yeah.
I'm about to check out.
Oh, thanks for letting me think. Dude, not again. Which I mean, it's not like you need that.
See, Jake's got connections when it comes to
Well, I'm gonna
who's
see a bar.
present, who's absent.
Oh, is that today? Are you gonna? Did you make your sign? Pass tomorrow.
Did you say this is not like Wii Sports? I did.
Dude, I hate that they didn't put baseball on Switch games, man.
Alright, come on.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, you got those block.
All right. Now let's pick him up. Hey, that's not bad. You put the bat on the ball all but two.
Jaden, any last words?
Shoot, I might talk to my dad. Start.
You don't want to be on camera?
Get him to.
Oh.
We're recording.
Get Dad to take me down to the batting cages again.
Come on. Hey, all you gotta just come in here.
Yes, sir.
Come in here and throw to you all day long. That's another thing we do is, like folks want to bring their kids, I give them the door code. And if we don't have anybody lined up, they come in here.
I might try to get Levi hitting these.
Yeah.
Hey, I learned a lot today. I didn't know what all y'all did.
Yeah.
Do y'all teach hamsters?
That's
how to
bad.
play
I'm right up the road.
Are we still recording?
Yeah.
Nobody teaching your hands. Well,
Yeah.
Let me go.
We need to stop. You have any last words before we shut her down?
I got some.
All I hear is dingers.
I got some.
That's
last
it.
words.
That's
But,
it.
Jake, this is the best organization in the county.
Logan, any last words?
That's good.
Watch my podcast. Buy
This
my
man is a national treasure. And also, please follow the Beyond the Podium podcast on YouTube and Spotify.